What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Steve's World TV. I want to show you a move that magicians do. It's called palming. It's when they take a card and they sneak it in their palm like that. I'll show you how to do that invisibly. Check this out. Take 1, 2, 3, 4 kings, right? And I've got the king of hearts, king of spades, king of diamonds, and the king of clubs. I'm going to show you how we make these vanish invisibly using the invisible palm. Check this out. Watch. Take 1, 2, 3 and put the fourth on the table. I'll take one of these, put it in the palm, make it vanish with the invisible palm, and make it reappear back on the table. I'll show you that again. I'll take these two, put them down. Watch, we'll take this one, put it in the palm, make it vanish, just like that, and it reappears back on the table. One last time. We'll take the last king, watch, we'll make it vanish, invisible palm, make it reappear back on the table. Now that was the invisible palm, but did you see the invisible switch? Check this out. I now have 1, 2, 3, and 4 aces. Now let's see how that's done. Alright guys, so to pull off the invisible palm, you need the following. You need 4 of a kind, 2 sets of them. So I've got the 4 kings and the 4 aces. What you want to do is you want to take the aces. I always put the aces down first because that's what I want them to change into in the end when you do the invisible switch. And then I put the kings on top of them like that. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 kings here, and the next 4 are 4 aces. That's your setup. Now, to begin with, you want to show 1, 2, 3, 4 kings, just like that. So you want to turn the 4 kings face up, right? And you want to display them. But when you display them, you actually need to keep spreading through because you are going to get a pinky break under the next 4 cards, but on the 4th ace, okay? So I'll explain that again. You got the 4 kings on top face up, and then you need to keep spreading another 4 because they are the 4 aces. And you're gonna get a pinky break after you've spread them under the bottom ace. Okay, so you're in this position right here. So I'll do that again. So you spread, showing the 4 kings. You're actually spreading far enough to get the 4 aces. You pinky break underneath it, and then you're in that position right there. So now you've got the 4 kings, and underneath the 4 kings are the 4 aces. I'm going to do that one more time because it can be a bit confusing. So you spread and show the kings, you spread a little bit further, and then you get a pinky break under this card here, and square them all up. And now you display the kings by grabbing all of them. So the 4 kings and the 4 aces. So you need to grab the whole lot. And then you count or display each king individually like so. The king of hearts, flip it over. The king of spades, you flip it over. The king of clubs, flip it over. When you get to the last ace, you obviously can't flip it over because underneath you've got the 4 aces. So here's what you need to do. You just put it straight down, and that hides the rest of the cards, and then you flip the last king over. I'm going to do that one more time for you. So we'll do it with the kings. So we've got the 4 kings, flip them over, you display them, spread a few more so you can get the 4 aces as well, get a pinky break under all of them, and then you display them one at a time by flipping. It's 1, 2, 3, and drop the last one. So now we've got a king here and the 4 aces there. So the switch happens long before they even expect it. So the switch has happened at the beginning. Now we take the king of diamonds, we flip it over, and instead of spreading to grab 4 cards, we're actually grabbing 5. Because we need to grab all the 4 aces, including the king. So once the king's been placed down, we flip it over and we grab 5 cards. Just don't let them see it, do it quick enough. So now we're in this position. We have 5 cards here. We have a king on top, and then the rest are the aces. Here's what you want to do, a little convincer to make sure they remember these are all kings. I flip it over and turn it back down, and then you hold them in this position, and you want to count them one at a time. You go 1, 2, 3. Now we have 2 cards here. I put a little bend in the card slightly like that. Now you want to drop it on the table as 1 card. Now if you practice that, I'll do that again. So we get our king back on the top. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3. This is actually a double. Bend it a little bit and just drop it. If you practice that, just dropping it, they will drop as 1. And if you look closely, it's actually dropped perfectly. And you should be able to do that every single time. Okay, so I'll do that again. Where's our king going? At the bottom. So you show the king as a convincer, and then you count 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 right there. And then you take one of these cards here, and you want to tilt it against your thumb, like so. And as you go and grab, or palm I should say, because we're doing the invisible palm, as you go and grab it, that card drops. You just release the pressure with your thumb, okay? So as it comes over, that drops. It's all about timing. You got to do it at the same time. So hand comes over, here's the exposed view, drop, okay? So it should look like you're putting it in your hand, but you've actually dropped it. Anyway, so you want to do the invisible palm where it drops. You keep these all square, and then you show that it's materialized into nothing. And then as you put your hand on top, you're sliding the other card over. So it's basically palm down, you slide the card over. And it looks like the card has magically appeared on the table. Now, because you've got 3 cards here, you want to hold them in this position, okay? And what you want to do is just slide the bottom card out, okay? Because we've got 3 cards here. You want to hold them all as 1, slide that bottom card out, do the little bend to keep the cards together, and just drop all 3 of them as 2 cards this time. Okay, I'll do that again. So we've got the 2 here. We've got 3 cards here. We hold it in that position and put a bit of pressure here and just slide that bottom card out. And the one in the middle, this one won't go anywhere, I promise you. So hold it there, a bit of pressure, and just like that. And then we just take the other 2, drop those 3 as 2. So one more time, we hold them here, slide it out, we replace, and just drop those on the table. So now we take these 2 cards and we're going to make one of these vanish. So take the top card like so, and we're going to do the same move where we release pressure. So we go like that. As the hand goes over, we drop it and we hold this card as 1. We say, look, it's palmed, but it's disappeared into the invisible palm. And then you just slide that top card over, and as you do, it'll just come out like that, okay? Now the very last step, we've obviously got 2 cards here, but they still think it's 1 because one's materialized or appeared over here. We now take these 2, drop it down as 1 on top, and take the bottom card right here. And then you can vanish this one on top of the deck in any fashion that you please. Now you can do this color change right there, which I have taught in a previous video, which you can see the link right now. And basically all I'm doing is that move right there. And then we say, look, it's disappeared into the invisible palm, and you just drop your hand over, and then you reveal all 4 cards. And at this point here, you can do the revelation as you please. These have all switched right in the beginning into the aces. I just say, snap, did you see the invisible switch? And then you show them all one at a time to have switched to the aces. And that is how you do the invisible palm. All right, guys, that's all we've got time for. Thanks for sticking around and learning the invisible palm with me. It's one of my favorite card tricks to do. You get some really good reactions out of it. Make sure you hit that like button so I know you've watched the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. I do upload videos every single week. And until next time, have a wonderful week. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.